Привет! In today's video, I will teach y'all how to beat the Pirate Captain. This is one of the most important bosses, as it will provide a deep ladder down, which is the door for the hard mode. You know, the endgame stuff, so let's check it out. And first, you know the drill. First step, claim the Elder's quest. And right now my loadout is okay. However, I decided to check out my sprinting boots, and as you can see, I can upgrade it. And to do so, I need a Sapphire charm. They can be found in the forest caves, and finding one was fast and easy due to my advanced gear. And boom, I can run faster and I got more stamina. However, guess what? I can upgrade it again. I just need a runestone from the plains caves and a wind force. You can get one by just beating the first boss. All easy, so I borrow this, get clapped, and boom. By the way, use the demonic workstation. As you can see, I'm faster, I can dash and sprint for a lot of time. This will be important because dodging against the pirate captain is key. Anyways, right now we require wood, a lot of wood. But for what? Easy comrades, for wood walls. You should get at least 2, whatever this number is in English, of them, and you will see why later. And now, time to find the boss itself. And for that, we need a look at pirate map, which is crafted at the demonic workstation, and all you need are map fragments and some coins, and at this point you should already have enough, so we should use it, and naughty as you can see. However, if you use your travel scroll, you can see that there's a pirate village, that's where the boss is. But before we go there, borrow a bed and a door. You can also use the waystone and homestone, but I don't have enough money for that sadly. And we arrive. However, you should be careful, as if you approach the village, pirates will shoot you, and holy, they'll deal a lot of damage. And to prevent this, I will use an ancient technique called enemies are dumb, can mine through walls. So just build a box around you near the village, then start to make your way to the center of the village, because we will learn how to build the best pirate captain arena. In our way, we can choose loot the pirates and get useful stuff alongside coins. And anyways, we are near, and at this point we should already start to make a big box. I know that this takes a while, but holy, it's worth it. Now surround this arena right here with walls, and that's it. Finally return to the start, place a bed and a door just like this, and then set a spawn point. And with that, we should build the best boss arena ever. So drink potions, eat, and just open the box, get the boss in, and close it. Don't worry, you have to do this only once. At first, the boss is pathetic. It's slow and shoots cannonballs that are easy to dodge. You should deal as much damage as possible in this state, and the best weapons against this boss is any ranged gun, using void bullets. But I ain't farming void shards, so I will use the swamp tome. It consumes mana, so I bring mana potions. Anyways, after losing 20% or so of his health, he will start to throw it back while a boat appears from below. No, he's fast, but extremely easy to dodge. Just make sure not to get trapped at the corners. By the way, he will shoot cannonballs, slowly, but the less health it has, the faster he shoots. So using the swamp tome, projectiles are everywhere, so all you have to do is dodge cannonballs and the boats, instead of also dodging parrots from every angle shooting you and trying to slice you in half. If you were to fail, the boss will go inside here, steal trap, and you can respawn near, so you have infinite tries. And that's it, comrades, enjoy! And congratulations, all we have to do is loot him, and we got the leap ladder down. So we use it, we place it, and boom bro, you are now in hard mode. So let's return, claim the Elder's quest, and we will receive a coin pouch. Now you got infinite coin slots, very useful. By the way, you can recruit the pirate captain and buy the loot from his village. And about the boss drops, it's not that useful. However, there's a consumable called Pirate Shield, which increases your max trinkets by 6, which is essential. And then there are useless items for traveling. Just use travel scrolls. Our next boss is the Boy the Reaper. However, I will make that video if this video gets 5 likes and at least 2 subs bro. In the meantime, I will make videos about anything dude. So watch out, like and subscribe. Adios.